Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Prime here. Welcome back to another reaction and review. Actually, it's not a reaction. It's just a review, and we're gonna be doing a review of this little thing right here. And it is entitled "Run It Up." It is an EP from singer slash rapper Suzi. But before I get into talking about that, two things. Number one, press the like button down below. Slowly coming back into making content, so hopefully you guys enjoy what I start making for you guys. Two, press the subscribe button. The goal was 100 subs before the end of 2021. Can we get there? I don't know. I had to take a break, go to therapy. I'm not done with therapy, but I'm a little bit better now, so I'm in a better mental space, so I can, come back and really give you guys more here, which is what I want to do. And with that being said, and I've been releasing music every single Friday of this month, of the month of November. I've been releasing music every single week. There's been a new song every single week. You can check out my Spotify page down below if you want to go ahead and listen. There are a few songs out right now. There is Ghost. There is another one. There is Thankful. There is Lilith's First Child. Is there anything else? Am I missing my own songs? And then there's the deluxe edition of Rose in the Rain, which came out. So, and then also as well, next week I'm dropping another song, so be sure to check all that shit out. But let's go and get into this EP review. Run It Up from Suzi. A little backstory on who she is. Suzi is a singer slash rapper slash, I don't really know what everything she does. She's a songwriter, and she is known for pop and R&B fusions. And her first ever break onto the music scene was this stupidly infectious song entitled Nobody's Better with Fetty Wap. And Fetty Wap, this song came out in 2015, was huge at the time. It was there's 90 million plays on Spotify to this day. It was a huge song for her to blow up on, but she kind of disappeared into the limelight. She got her big boost of fame, but kind of vanished, to my knowledge. And she didn't really do anything after that. She never got popular again. And from what I understand, she's from the same area of the world, the same area of the states as Fetty Wap is from. She's from New Jersey. So that's how those two were able to link up, from my knowledge. And she's failed to really put out anything as, groundbreaking as that single. But she's come out with a body of work in this year, 2021. And I just stumbled across it, and I was like, you know what? I want to write a review, because I wanted to see, I really like that song. Nobody's Better. I really, really like that song. It's one of my favorite. It was one of my songs that I loved back in 2015. And it's a song I've listened to for years now. 6 years that song's been out. Almost 7 years that song's been out. So let's talk about it. Track that starts up is the title track, Run It Up, from the Run It Up EP. It is not what I expected at all. I'm expecting, a pop EP, an R&B EP. That's not what I'm getting. This is a straight drill cut, a dark, moody, atmospheric drill beat, reminiscent a little bit of that same style that Kanye West employed on Off the Grid from his Donda record. And the singing and the way her voice is mixed is really atmospheric, very vibey. It's almost as if Travis Scott did drill. That's what it sounds like. It's the Travis Scott vocal aesthetic with a drill beat backing it. And it sounds pretty decent. And it has a lot of potential for a song. And I'm getting halfway through, and I'm like, this is great. It's great singing, good rapping from Suzi. But after 2/3 of the way through, she runs out of room to go. At the end, she ends up more or less vocally riffing on the back end. And I think, what would have really made this song be a stunner for me is get a coveted drill artist on the back end to feature. Gets, Artie, Tion Wayne, Bugsy Malone, 5 Foreign. Even Polo G can do drill. He's done drill. There are probably other drill artists out there that I'm missing, right? Stormzy can, Dutchavelli, Chip. All these other people can do drill. So I think a feature from any drill artist or anyone that's had experience on drill could have taken that song and elevated it. and I think it would have been a great song. Next track we have, the track number 2 is Shots, and I do not like this song at all. It's a really boring and bland instrumental, bland beat with a bunch of the same sounds as 1,000 others in the hip-hop scene. There's nothing interesting about it. The vocals are fine, but it's almost so inoffensive that I could barely remember what I was listening to. It's not a memorable song, and it's almost as if I didn't like, I was lacking total mental stimulation. It was so dull. It's just like, I could turn it on to like, modern hip hop radio number 35. Like, and it's just nothing unique about it really. And that's kind of my take on that one. Then we move into the track Green, which is a lot more memorable instrumentally. You've got this funky yet smooth, low riding trap instrumentation. The thing that sucks about it though is that this could have been a really great instrumental, but the hi-hats are mixed way too high. They're too sharp. They need to be less sharp. Hip-hop producers, stop mixing your hi-hats so goddamn sharp where they go like they're in your fucking face. No one likes that. It's so sharp and ear degrading. Make them a little softer. Because that's not a nice sound, because it's a high-pitched sound anyway. It's gonna cut through the mix no matter what. They need to be mixed correctly. Stop mixing them too high. Rather than be mixed too low than too high. But like that never happens because none of you guys are like, oh my god, hi-hats. No. Use an open hat a little bit more at least. Like that close hi-hat sound is so like sharp and high pitched and loud, and you guys don't know how to mix your shit. Even major producers don't know how to mix hi-hats half the time. As for, less about the production, more on the vocal side, the verses are cool and smooth, but this hook is god-awful. I hate this hook. It really needed to go back to the drawing board. I like the way the vocals and the harmonies are stacked on top of each other on the hook, but the hook itself is not for me. Really, really not for me. I think it's really underwritten and underwhelming and need to go back to the drawing board. It didn't really lack any, catchy. You can have a simple hook, that's fine, but it wasn't catchy, is the only issue. Next track up is Special for You, featuring Tory Lanez, who's the only feature on this EP. And it's a vibe-filled, sensual instrumental that bumps really, really well. I love a lot of tribal hand percussion being used throughout the instrumental. It's really nice, really clean, it's really smooth, and it's super smooth and catchy singing from Suzi here. And the hook is easily the best on this entire project. It is wickedly nice singing, low, smooth, sensual, and, it has a climax at the end. And that brings us to Tory Lanez's portion. Also, her verses are very good as well. I like the way she does it. I like her singing in her first verse, the rapping in the second verse. It's all very nice. Then we go to the third verse of Tory. It was a pretty great performance. And I'm like, this is a banger. And then we get to the back end of his verse, where his singing gets a little crackly, almost if he's reaching really high out of his range, and it gets like his voice starts getting it gets a little disgusting when he's singing. And I don't know if it's him going out of his range or if the mix is disgusting, but a mixture of the mixing of it and the performance that he gave. It doesn't ruin the song because I still think it's a great song. But every time I hear that one part, those 3 lines at the back end, I cringe. But outside of that, it's easily leaps and bounds the best song on this record. Then we got the closing track, Bet On Me, which is a basic Atlanta trap beat, dark and moody, but I've heard Metro Boomin do better in his sleep. It's nothing special. Hook is incredibly weak. Singing is pretty shallow on here as well, and is lucky that they even had the backing vocals to make it pop a little bit more, because if there wasn't any backing vocals, it'd suck ass. Verses are fine, and I like the switch from Spanish in the back end when she switched to rapping in Spanish. But even still, that's the only thing that caught my eye. The rest of this track is so incredibly dull, and it's a poor way to wrap up this EP. But that was a lot of talking. For 5 tracks. My overall thoughts are, while I haven't heard Suzi in a while. She was actually known as Z when Nobody's Better came out. That was her breakout moment. She failed to capitalize, and, I just saw this EP. I was like, fuck it, let me give it a listen. And, it was okay. But she's been doing music. She's been in the industry now. Since 2015? Is her breakout, with the biggest dude from 2015, Fetty Wap. That dude was the biggest name. The biggest name in hip-hop in 2015, bringing in that trap style, from the Northeast, and she kind of fell off a little bit like him. Now it took longer, of course, and Fetty Wap reached higher heights, but on this new EP. I think she's trying to return back to, form, get a little bit better. And, while I think there are some good moments on here, there are flashes in the pans of really nice moments. Green has some nice moments. Steady Few is a good song. Running up the title track, really great instrumental. I think we just ran out of room to go. I just think that, I think if delivered with more care and, a little bit more, and we took some ideas throughout some of the better, throughout some of the dumb ideas on some of the tracks here, throughout some of the bad instrumentals on the tracks here, and gotten some better ones. I think this could have been a significantly better EP, but it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great either. In my opinion, it's pretty average. I'm gonna be real with you. Feeling a decent 2 strong 5 on this EP. What do you guys think? I will leave a link to the EP in the description below. Please tell me what you think. Am I too harsh? Am I too nice? What do we think? Should I review her next body of work? This, I believe, her first body of work that isn't a single. So, do you want me to review her next body of work as well? Let me know down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Take care. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Love you all, and goodbye.